Hey everyone, welcome into the channel. It's Karen, Lavender Clothesline. If you're new here, I am a full-time eBay reseller and I also create YouTube videos just about anything I feel like filming, whether it's thrifting in thrift stores or shopping for retail arbitrage in places like Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and the outlets. Today we might stop at the outlets because I have to go to DMV and get my license changed, which is a whole job in itself. So I'll be very glad when that's taken care of. I did get Pennsylvania insurance. I know this is not interesting to most of you, but I was pleasantly surprised that car insurance wasn't that horrible. Now, in my defense, I do have a very good driving record, no tickets, no accidents, and I always pay on time and my credit is good. I'm sure all of those things help the situation, but car insurance can be crazy expensive here in Florida. All right, so today we're doing DMV. I'm not going to bring you with me for that, quite boring, but we might stop either at the outlets or at a Goodwill. So that's what we're going to do today. We're also going to do a first in the new location, pull shipping with me. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you guys enjoyed the pull shipping with me in my basement warehouse for the old house. And now we have the 2-car garage and it's set up, but pretty soon it's going to be deconstructed so we can get drywall up and get it climate controlled. But for now, we're just working out of the space the way it is. And I think I have like 25 items sold. So thank you to all of you waiting for my store to turn back on. I did shut my eBay store off for almost a month to make the move. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, my husband and I are both resellers and we moved from Pennsylvania where we did a lot of thrifting, buying, selling, and we moved to Florida and brought most of the stuff with us. So 26-foot truck packed, and now it is all unpacked and kind of settled in the garage, but we're still fumbling our way around. All right, that's what we're doing today. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm bringing you with me. Okay, we are just in the door, and for some reason I have chosen the glass aisle. I'm not sure why. I guess I'm changing. The girl is changing. This is very cool. Wow, that was a lot of work. $4. This might be Murano. You guys know me, I don't know much about glass. Rough bottom. Does a rough bottom mean it's not Murano? I'm not sure. I know Murano does do a vase like this. I think it's called a tulip. Just guesses. No chips or cracks that I can see. That is quite lovely. Not horrible to ship, I have to say. All right, $4. That is quite lovely. Look at the swirl in the glass. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that. I know, all kinds of changes happening. That is very pretty. We might as well just stick with it. We've started down this aisle, we might as well complete it. Footed compote bowl, $7, kind of pretty, etched with a floral design. I think a compote bowl was used for what, fruit? I don't even know, desserts? A very big glass of champagne. Well, you could fit the whole bottle of champagne in that one. What else are we spotting? It's another footed bowl. Wow, this is heavy. Definitely crystal. Kind of pretty. As is. What is the as is about? Maybe they just put that disclaimer on anything breakable. Produced by Mom and Pop. Oh, that's adorable. Little planter, $7. I can't imagine this is worth much. I've never seen that one. That is so sweet. That is really cute. I'm gonna guess that wouldn't bring more than $9, $10. I could be wrong about that. Oh, White Horse Scotch whiskey. I don't drink whiskey, so I'm not sure what that's about. $6. That is a very fun aesthetic. Look, I'm just banging things away. What is this on the bottom? Piece of pottery. Not crazy about this splotchy look. I do like the inner color. This blue color is very pretty. This glaze. Not signed, unfortunately. And like I said, this, I don't know, this outer color, not a big fan. We have an Amberina goblet with a grapes design. I've never seen the grapes design before. I think maybe L.E. Smith, just a total guess. $2, that might be good. I'm gonna have to comp this one because sometimes a single goblet can bring $20. You never know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab this and look this up. That is really pretty, but I don't know who the maker is, so definitely have to comp. We have a mixed bag of salt cellars. So if you don't know what a salt cellar is, it is a little individual dish for people to use for salt at a table. You know those Victorians. They came up with a utensil or an implement for everything. $3.99 is not a bad price. I do see one in there, only a single, that looks like Vaseline glass. Definitely an older one. $4. All right, so I would probably have to sell this as a mixed lot. Now, salt cellars, there's got to be 1 million of them on eBay. So it's not really a high profit, and I don't imagine the Vaseline one is high, but I'm thinking I could probably get 15 for this because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's got to be about 10 in this bag. So I think we're going to go ahead and grab this. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this buy. Amber sherbet glasses. I think these might be Indiana glass in Cubist. Is that how we say that? It's got like a cube pattern. I think quite a few companies did this pattern. Definitely vintage. $1.99 a glass. I don't think... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 glasses might bring 20. So that's kind of high. $12. I'm not a big fan of amber glass. I'm sorry if you are. I'm sorry if you collect it. I'd rather see a blue, a green, even a pink. The amber seems just so common everyday color. Reminds me of the 70s when Harvest Gold was a thing. But so we're going to leave those. But I'm always glad to increase my knowledge and have to look things up. Oh, do you see it peeking out? Oh, that's a beauty. Wow, that is so pretty. This is like an aqua depression glass, I'm going to call it, in opaline. It's like opalescent. Boy, that's pretty. Again, a footed compote. Oh, $13. That's high. I can see why they priced it $13. That is so pretty. I'm thinking that would bring 25, maybe 30 on a good day. So 13 is too high a price. I wish it was blue tag week, but it's not. I'm not even sure what the color tag is today, but definitely not blue. This must have just come out. Boy, is that pretty. Oh, it's almost tempting, but not at $13. I gotta stay strict with myself and not just buy things because they're pretty. I will leave that for somebody else, but isn't that gorgeous? That is gorgeous. We are now working on the wood aisle. This is a beautiful trunk. I don't know if this is older. I don't think so. I think this is just trying to look older, but isn't that lovely? Lacquered inside. So it leads me to believe it might have been made in an Asian country, maybe. Gee, that's pretty. Very, very pretty. What's the price on this? I don't know, but it's got a sticker. Who is that? I don't know. It's made in China. I'm going to have to look up that signature. I wish people would print their names. I do like that the peony has an ant. Can you see it right there? That is great. Okay. Oh, $15. Maybe Florida is high priced. That is lovely. $15. Nice for personal use, not good for resale. I'm going to say this would bring maybe 35. So 15, too high. It's a little honey jar. It's kind of cute, not made out of wood. All right. Oh, we have a bank. Somebody made a chest bank. Well, how do you get the money out? I think you have to take the screws off the bottom. That's not good. That's a lot of work. So unless you're putting $100 bills in there, I don't know. I would be lazy about that. Oh, we have 2 green glass salt cellars again. I don't know if those are salt cellars. Those might be candle holders. I'm unsure. $6. Nope. We have a puzzle box down here. Oh, it's a jewelry puzzle box. Let's see where we can put this. Let's look at the price first. $11.99. That is quite nice. Hopefully it's artist signed. Oh, there we go. Bob Rogers made it. Good job, Bob. That is real nice. The drawers slide in and out easily. Felt lined. I don't know what kind of wood that is. Several types used. Boy, that's pretty. See, now $12, totally worth it. That is beautiful. You could almost keep change in that, couldn't you? You know how men throw change on a dresser? A man that's very type A personality could line up his quarters, dimes, and nickels and then put his bills in there. Okay, the wood does have a little imperfection. Let's slide this drawer out and take a look at that. Yeah, that's in the wood. That's not an imperfection after manufacture, after being handmade. All right, we're grabbing this one, $12, stunning. Okay, we are just jumping all over the place. Artwork. Now, most of my artwork I sent to consignment because it was too big to move, and with the glass, you know, in the front, it made it crazy to pack. And here we are again in artwork. I love these. I love botanical prints, especially in a black frame like this. But see how discolored the actual print is? So somebody cut prints out of a book. These are like plate prints, I think they're called. And they framed them and did a beautiful job. But to me, the coloring is off. I think they should have used a softer white matte so this didn't look so discolored. Maybe somebody wouldn't mind that. But see the paper? I mean, this paper is really discolored. It is lovely. The three of them are very lovely, but yeah, I think they should have chosen a book where the paper wasn't as aged. $2.99 each. That's a really good price. That's really nice, but I would need to use different matting, and that's a whole thing, so we're going to wait on that. All right, this is something that was probably bought in TJ Maxx or the like. Kind of pretty watercolor print. What else do we see? Let's look at the little stuff, shall we? Let's get away from the big things. Now, I have to say, it is becoming difficult to find very good miniatures. It's just not happening for me. I think there are very few miniatures and people are scooping them up. I like the ones with little scenes, with people, famous cities. Paris is always good. London, France, all the things. I guess Paris is France. Okay, who is this? Is that Billie Holiday? Gee, that's lovely. Just lovely. Okay, these are modern. Oh, we have some tiles here, floral tiles. They look to be modern also. Oh, made in Mexico. Blue flag, irises, and calla lilies. Oh, we have dogs fighting in the store because the store welcomes everybody and their dogs. And now 2 dogs are in a fight. Yikes. Glad I'm not on that aisle. All right, what else? Who is this? Oh, it's Bo Derek. Oh, she's lovely. It seems to be a page cut out of a magazine. Bo Derek, starring as Jane Parker, braves the wilds of the African jungle to be reunited with her long-lost father, played by Richard Harris. Okay, 1981 by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer film. Yeah, too bad it's not an original photograph. That would be stunning. I don't know how I would even tell that, but I think I'm going to wait on that because, like I said, I think it's just cut from a magazine. Okay, I didn't find anything in artwork. I'm like 99% sure I'm not taking those. Leave a comment down below if you would take those or if that would bother you also, that the page is so yellowed and the mat is so white. Maybe it's just the look I don't care for, but let me know what you guys think. China and dishes. I hate love situation. If I find really good expensive stuff, then it's a love. But if I have to dig through all of this, or ship it, double Okay, this looks like Stangle pottery. Stangle's very easy to tell when to start seeing it. Oh, it's open. Oh, they give you a little descriptive tag. So it's $10, porcelain cigarette case. I don't know that that's a cigarette case. I guess it could be. I don't get a lot for Stangle that looks like that, so I'm going to leave that one behind. Oh, these are lovely. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh, that's tempting. That is tempting. Bavaria. Good for you, Bavaria. So pretty. Oh, are all 4 plates the same? That's disappointing. We want different scenes. Okay, that is really tempting. The gold trim is probably 22 karat gold, my best guess. They are in decent condition. The gold is a little bit worn. Aren't those pretty? And what did they want for the 4? I need to find out what the color tag of the day is. Okay, so 15. So that would be, what, a little bit more than, that would be like $3.80 a piece. Somebody else do the math. That's not my job today. I'm going to say under $4 a piece. Very pretty. I don't know if anybody collects dishes like this anymore. I guess they do. All right, I'm going to give that a think about. What else do we see? Dishes on the bottom, a cake plate, yellow roses. Kind of pretty. I liked the pink better. CT. Now I want cake. That's all that has accomplished. I have never seen this before, which is not saying a lot, but it is kind of. I feel like this is something that would be more common. So it's a lacquered tray. I think it's lacquered with a wood inset mushroom pattern. It does have a few issues, a few light scratches, but boy, that's nice. Oh, and we got a tag on the back. Korok is unique. That's probably why I haven't found it before. It's unique. $3.99.
Not right this second.
Okay. Well, that's surprising. It's $3.99. I would think they would have priced that higher. Oh, very happy with this. And yes, I'm going to comp it. I'm going to have to comp it. Google image it. I'm thinking this should bring, off the top of my head, maybe, I don't know, 30 to 40, something like that. All right, that one's going in the cart. I remember my kids playing this game. I wonder if this is the original, Hungry Hungry Hippos. They used to scream with laughter. I don't know what the date is on this, 2017. Okay, so this is a newer version. My kids were 80s and 90s when they were little. All right, oh, we have French magnetic poetry kit. I guess they're little magnets that go on the refrigerator. That's interesting. What do they want for that? $1.99. A lot of times things like this can bring good money. I'm going to look this one up, but most likely for $1.99, I'm going to grab this. Now it is open, so, and I'm not counting magnets. It is what it is. All right, guys, I think that's it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, go out and get what's yours. Hey everyone, welcome into the channel. It's Karen Lavender Clothesline. As you can tell, this is a very special video. This is day 1 of shipping in the new space, or from the new space. Now we're not going to actually do the packing and shipping because none of the bubble wrap is set up. Well, the garage is not set up. But we're going to go ahead and pull sold items together because we do have most of the inventory in the new space. Now, as you can tell, none of the work has started on the new space. All we have done so far is clear out all of the prior owner's possessions, and boy was there a lot of it. Still a few things to come down off the walls. The prior owner had a lot of pegboard all over the whole garage. All of that's been pulled off. Everything's been cleaned. This workbench is due to come off very soon, but we're going to go ahead and get started pulling shipping. I think I'm going to have this workbench reinstalled, and I'll probably paint it a white just to keep it clean. We did have the driveway epoxy coat contractor come out, and we have signed with a contractor, very excited, and he has agreed to let me film the men putting down the epoxy sealant in the garage and outside. We're going to do the outside as part 1. The project will get done in 2 parts. If you're not familiar with the epoxy coating, it's just a really good sealant that has a decorative flake. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. We're having that done in the garage and also the whole driveway and walkway outside. That's going to be the end of this part of the project, the garage project, because we want to go ahead and insulate and drywall the walls and the ceiling. Also get the electricity updated and bring in AC and a dehumidifier, all like contractor level, commercial level. That way the space is really protected, all of our inventory, because you know us, even though we're saying that we're going to retire soon, we'll probably always sell on eBay. All right, as you can tell, it's a little bit dark in here. We don't have too many lights set up. Now for the process of videoing, I have shut off all the fans, so you can guarantee I'm not going to talk too much because it's a warm day. Florida's heat has not hit in force yet, so hopefully this whole project will be done by the time the serious heat comes. So we are ready to go. I have my IKEA bag to bring items into the house. I have my ice water. I have my phone so we can check the sales, and an extra battery. All right, let's get going. Let's pull items that sold the past 2 days in my store, Lavender Clothesline on eBay. All right, so if you've been with me for a while, mostly I like to pull hard goods together and then clothing or linens together. Let's get started with the hard goods. The first item that sold is the vintage carved wood spoon rack. I just found this down here in Florida. It sold for $57.60. That's going to be in the wood section. Now, it's not quite as organized as the Pennsylvania house, but we're in pretty good shape. We're looking pretty good. All of the shelves have been lined with this poster board, foam board from Dollar Tree, just to keep everything in really nice condition. I know. The walls have been vacuumed. I'm a crazy person. And the floors have been vacuumed. I have not washed these floors because I'm keeping them super dry for when the epoxy contractor comes in. All right, I do see the spoon rack here. And I suggested that this could also be used for jewelry, to hang necklaces, chains, things like that, maybe even bracelets. And you guys suggested that you've seen where people hang vintage hankies from it. And I think that's a great idea. So this is item number one. It sold for $57.60. The next item that sold, the 2 twisted candlesticks made in Bethlehem, $14. Here they are here, just lovely. And I believe these are olive wood. Let's take a look at the sticker on the bottom. Handcraft Holy Land Corporation, made in Bethlehem, Palestine. So those sold for $14. All right, that's clothing, 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 clothing. Oh, the owl sold $12. Again, I picked him up in Florida. Now, you guys will notice a lot of the items that I pull in these shipping videos will be the more recently listed items. That's because eBay shows the newer listings first. Like if I have had something for 6 months, it's going to come up in eBay's algorithm further down the page than the new listings. Here is the little baby owl. How cute is that? We can see he's vintage, and he sold for $12. Next up, I'm going to skip shoes. Oh, the hand-painted rooster bottle cork. Folk art farmhouse country. Try saying that 3 times fast. $5. I let him go for a little bit. I didn't want to charge a lot for him, and he is right here. He is hand-painted. Isn't it the sweetest little thing? So cute. All of the items also have shipping paid for by the buyer. Next up is the handmade driftwood owl plaque, $12. That's also going to be on wood. Looking. Okay, if he's not here, he's going to be on signs and plaques. Oh, here he is right here. Now this row is really metal, but sometimes, you know, things leak over. They jump onto other shelves. This is a black walnut, I believe, little baby owl on a piece of driftwood. Unfortunately, the artist did not sign it, but it does look to have some age on it, and I think a few of the dried flowers are missing, but that is an easy fix. So $12 this one brought. It seems like we are staying in the wood section. Lots of wood being sold. Here is the next item. Nesting dolls. They are rabbits. How adorable, and just in time for Easter. And this sold for $19.99. Now just know, when I do this type of video showing you what has sold, what I'm shipping out, I try not to say what I've paid for the item, because in case the person who has purchased it would feel bad that I only paid a couple of dollars for something. They don't realize how much we pay in fees as eBay sellers. You know, just the whole work of finding a thing, cleaning it, photographing it. I never want to make anybody feel bad. So while I do try to offer my items for a very good buy-in price, I have a tendency to try not to talk about what I buy items for after the fact. I will always tell you in the thrift store, of course. All right, let's see what is next. Oh, piece of jewelry, vintage Trifari pearl and rhinestone necklace, $64.99. Do I have an inventory number on this? I probably don't, because this is very specific. So I'm going to guess, yeah, no inventory number, but this should be fairly easy to find. It is a beautiful earring and necklace set, and I believe I got this at a yard sale. All right, let's go dig for that one. I'm sorry if the video seems a little shaky. I spent 2 hours digging out a hedge today because we are getting the driveway coated, the epoxy. The contractor told us one of the hedges was hanging over too much on the cement and really needed to be cut back, and I didn't care for the bush anyway. Yeah, so I spent 2 hours chopping away at that thing, so my hands are a little shaky. But here's jewelry and belt buckles. We're going to pull this bin. We're actually going to put it up on the shipping station and dig through a little bit to find the Trifari necklace. So if you watched the video where we were packing the truck to make the move from Pennsylvania, you saw how much inventory we were bringing with us. I did have to condense some of the bins. Like if a bin was only halfway filled, I had to condense bins, so we're still a little unorganized. Mostly I'm organized, but see these type of enamel pins? Let me show this to you. I had this in a separate bin. I have a lot of these pins I picked up for really pennies on the dollar, and they got put in, most of them are sports pins, they got put in with the regular jewelry, so now it causes me to dig a little bit, but I do generally know where things are. It's just created a little bit more work to have to dig. I think I see this here. Could be it, maybe. Is this the Trifari? No, but we're getting close because that was in the same lot. Yeah, so I have to dig a little bit more. So I believe the Trifari set is in this black box here. Let's take a look at this. Wrapped in tissue paper. This is stunning. How beautiful. I love the quality of this. Now the Trifari, I think it's called crown. It'll have a crown symbol on it, which this one is not. Brings an even higher price, but I am very happy with, what did I say this brought? $64.99. Look how beautiful this set is. And like I said, I got this at a yard sale. All right, the next listing that we're going to search for, 2 handmade clay art pottery nesting bowls with handles, $36. So again, I apologize for the dark. Hopefully Lisa can brighten these videos. Now just know when the ceiling gets done, all of this will be closed in to make it climate controlled, and most likely we'll be putting shop lights and recessed lighting in here. The contractor that's doing the epoxy floor in here suggested that we do a white, a very bright white, so that when I video, it reflects the lights from the ceiling and it gives us a really nice bright space to film. And I thought that was a great suggestion. One of my concerns was that the floor stays clean, but he assured me that the epoxy flake flooring is very easy to clean and it doesn't mark that much, because you know all of my shelves are on these black wheels, and these black wheels can mark flooring, but the epoxy flooring does not mark easily from tires and wheels and stuff. So that is a great thing. We discussed all the things. That's all we've been doing lately. All right, I see the bowls here. As you can see, this is a lot of the pottery down here. Now, I did sell off a lot of pottery before we left Pennsylvania, and I also brought quite a few pieces to the consignment store, which I'm now receiving checks, so that's a very nice thing. If you guys remember, I brought a lot of my inventory to Beyond the Fork in the Road. They are an organization that help people make the transition in life when they're downsizing, going into retirement homes, things like that. And I told them my story, how I was trying to move way too much inventory to Florida, and they were great to help out and take my items. All right, chit chat, chit chat. I told you I wasn't going to talk long. Do we ever believe me? No. 2 bowls, $36. Let's see what else. Is that the end of the hard goods? You know what? We'll just do the first item, which is a belt, and then we'll go back up doing all of the clothing. Chico's genuine leather belt, and it is black, $23. Let's go pull that one. All right, I'm just realizing I think I've put belts down with shoes and handbags, and I'm thinking maybe I have room for it on this first row. It's very funny when you keep an inventory system for many years. It takes a while to reconfigure and see what works best in a new space. So as you can tell, this is the end of the row. This is a little bit smaller than the Pennsylvania house, maybe just a little bit by a few inches. But generally, I would have to pull bins off of this shelving to look through things. You can see this rack can go further back. All of that. All right. And also, if you hear a motor running, we are running a dehumidifier 24/7 along with 3 fans because the humidity in Florida is real. And you guys talked about that, but no worries. All of the inventory is kept in these bins on top of using a dehumidifier with a high setting and also running fans. So far so good. Now, like I said, the heat and humidity is coming. I am not unfamiliar with Florida weather. I vacation down in here, usually anywhere between June and August. I know, what a crazy girl, but I love the heat. All right. I told you I was going to chat. Belts are here. Let's pull this bin. So here's what the belts bin looks like. I had 2 Chico's belts. Shame on me, they didn't have an inventory number, but this one, I can always compare the photos, is the correct one. The other one was new with tags, wherever that one went. Where did I put that one? Oh, here it is, here. So this was the other one. See how you can tell them apart? But if they were the same, I really need to put inventory numbers on things like this. Generally, I don't use inventory numbers for my clothing. You guys know how I organize it. I usually do it by whether it's a print or not, the size, and what the item is. So this would be skirts, small, prints. And then I would have skirts, small, darks, and solids. Now again, some of these bins got combined in the move. As I grow it, if I decide to grow my inventory, I will keep separating the inventory into separate bins and just be more specific about what's in the bin. All right, so this belt sold for $23. All right, the next item we're going to search for, a pair of youth large golf shorts, Under Armour, gray plaid. They're new with tags. They sold for $23. They do have a retail price of $50. We're going to go ahead and look in men's shorts because I don't think I would have put youth large in with the children's clothing. Children's clothing bin is generally like babies, toddlers, and younger children. This is where I keep men's shorts and swim, neutrals and darks. I think it's going to be in this bin. Let's pull it on top of the little bench here. Once again, I can tell that this bin has been combined because we have neutrals like khakis and tans mixed in with the dark colors. So it should be in here. We are looking for, that's Nike. Okay. We are looking for Under Armour Youth Large. Oh, I think I see it. I think I found it. Yep, this is it. Under Armour Youth Large, new with tag shorts. And like I said, the tag price was $49.99 and they sold for $23. We have a pair of Hoka sneakers. They are women's, the One One Black Bondi 7, if I'm saying all of that correct, $45. I believe, okay, so sneakers are down here, I think. I believe these were an item that I found as one of the first things down here in Florida, and it's great to have sold it. I think it's right here in this bin. I'm gonna see if we could just pull this out a little bit. Yep, sneakers, there's the sign there. I must have stuck in at the end. Got a little crazy when we were packing the truck. All right, these are not them. These are men's Hoka. Here are the women's. Right on top, because like I said, I just listed these, oh, maybe a week ago. No, I don't think my store has even been on that long. Let's make sure we close this up. I did shut down my eBay store. I think it was almost 3 weeks to a month when we made the move. There was no way that I was going to make a move with all of my inventory, all of our household stuff in a 26-foot truck, me driving a Jeep, still filming videos, and keeping an eBay store going. That was not happening. So my eBay store has been off, I'm going to say for at least 3 weeks, probably a month. And I just turned it back on a couple of days ago. So here are the sneakers here. women's Hoka's size 7.5, and they sold for $45. This next pair of pants is a rare Todd Snyder collaboration with Rain Spooner, men's Hawaiian pants. They sold for $79.99. Now, if I remember correctly, these are not bagged yet. I have 3 bins that have listed inventory, but they are not bagged yet. So this is something I have to get on fairly quickly. Get on mean get on the task, not get on listed. They are already listed because I want all of my items in plastic, like Ziploc sealed. Let's see if we can find them. I think they're in this bin here. I'm not seeing them yet. But I'm going to take this bin down. If memory serves me correct, they are in this bin. I'm trying to see them. I love the clear plastic bins. There they are there. You can barely see a sliver of material showing. Let's see if we can reach in. I might have to pull this bin down. And like I said, they are not in plastic yet. So that's something, here they are, that I want to get on right away. I want to get on this task probably tonight or tomorrow, if I can find the time. We have been super busy around here, more busy than usual, dealing with like changing licenses, and you know, when you move, it's just a whole thing. But anyway, here are the pants. Make sure my table is clean. I did wash this, and just a beautiful print. I love Rain Spooner. And let me show you the tag for these. There it is there. Collaboration Todd Snyder. I think it's a collaboration. I don't think it's the style of the pants, but beautiful. And they sold for $79.99. Another bin that got combined, men's fleece. That's what it started out as. Then I threw in odd items and Tommy Hilfiger retail arbitrage. That means I have small amounts of those type of things. And men's robes, I don't pick up a ton of them. Here it is here. And I would consider it an odd item. This is Vermont Country Store. They have a catalog. I think the catalog is still in existence. Very nice quality. This is a 2XL and it sold for $46. There's the tag there. I am probably going to butcher this name of this sandal. This is Troentorp. You know, I've looked at this name for years now, and sometimes my brain just says, oh, that's that brand. I don't really try to pronounce it out. Troentorp clogs. I believe these are made in Sweden. Size 43 is a Swedish size, or a UK size, I'm going to say. And they are women's. It's like a clog with a wooden heel, and these sold for $60. Who cares how you say it when it brings $60? All right, guys, I think I'm going to stop pulling shipping there. I have about, I don't know, more orders coming in. I'm going to see about another 10 or 12 to pull, and it's going to take a while because I am still finding things and figuring out where everything goes. But I wanted to give you a little first shipping video because you guys seem to love these videos in the Pennsylvania house where we used to spend so much time together in my basement warehouse. And I am very excited for this space. I think this is going to be wonderful. And I am so appreciative that I get to have my inventory once again on my property rather than having to go to a large warehouse every day. All right, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, go out and get what's yours.